Pontoon boats and their neighboring docks present bass, and those that seek them, a wealth of visible cover.
Come on in here, baby.
Season after season. There are reliable whereabouts for bass.
There he is. Ooh, get out of there, get out of there.
Yet remain overlooked by novice anglers.
Hello everyone, I'm Kim Stricker and welcome to Hook and Look. In this video, I'm going to share with you my favorite technique for targeting these hard to reach places. Yeah, there's a nice chunk. In addition, I'll reveal how and why the bass position themselves in the shadows. Let's get to it. Here in the Midwest, from the month of June throughout summer and early fall, pontoon boats, which are docked along the shoreline, are one of the most consistent pieces of structure that harbor largemouth bass. Nonetheless, unbelievably ignored and unpressured. I feel that many anglers are just plain intimidated by the complexity of pontoons and their surrounding structures. Accurately casting through the visible obstacles may seem too difficult a task and becomes a challenge often disregarded. Furthermore, I think the apprehension of, I'll never get a fish out of that mess if I do hook one, is also a deterrent. I'm confident that we all know that pontoon boats, along with their adjacent docks and boat lifts, offer largemouth bass and the food they eat a place of refuge and shaded security. And if you don't comprehend that fact, perhaps by the end of this video you will. Lots of shade under the pontoons. Oh, baby. There he is. Come on out of there. Come on out of there. Ooh. Yeah. Come on up here. I was just sitting under that pontoon. The wacky rigged ocho. This is sometimes called a sissy stick. And that the reason is that it's so easy to fish and it's so easy to catch fish, and it catches a lot of fish. But this is a typical wacky rig. With a wacky rig, the hook is inserted in the center of the worm. The downside is it can easily be torn off either by a fish grabbing it, or by whipping your rod on the cast, or just by the damage from incessant skips. Again, all you have is 50% of the soft plastic holding it on the hook. This is where the wacky tool comes into play. This is the original wacky tool. And what you do with the worm is you put an O-ring on it. Grab another ocho, and you stick the O-ring on it just like that. And instead of, putting your hook through the worm that can damage the worm, you just hook it underneath that little O-ring, just like that. You'll save so many worms. I've caught I don't know how many fish on the same worm. The wacky rig.
A weightless wacky rigged stickworm may appear unconventional to some, yet its flapping action does lure fish, often when other presentations fail. By employing subtle twitches, it emulates a vulnerable creature in distress, yet when stopped, the slow descent triggers the strike.
There he is. Come on out. Ooh, that's a better one. That's a better one. Whoa! Get over here. Come on, come on. It's caught in the bottom lip. He's right in the bottom lip. He's a decent fish. There's lots of fish on the pontoons, that's for sure. Skipping a weightless stickworm with spinning equipment is what I consider to be the most efficient way to reach bass tucked under the pontoons. Not only does the worm skip across the water's surface well, it's also a quiet, stealthy presentation that won't bang the side of the boat if your accuracy slips. What's more is, this is a very easy technique to master, just like skipping a stone. You simply crouch a little lower to the water and with a sidearm cast, present the lure and it will gently skip across the surface, reaching far back in hard to reach places. Casting as well as skipping performance can be enhanced greatly by the use of Seagar's Smackdown braided line. The round, ultra-thin profile of this line allows it to come off the reel flawlessly, which is important with lighter lure presentations. When it comes to skipping under pontoon boats, you can see that accurately threading the needle between the outboard motor and the pontoons is key. And sometimes it takes more than one cast. If you cast right-handed, you'll want to approach the pontoon from left to right. This way you'll have an unobstructed area to sidearm cast. Also, this is where power pole shallow water anchors come into play and are a great benefit. I'm able to power pole down in the wind and hold my boat in perfect position, which greatly enhances my casting precision. And if I need to make multiple casts, I'm still in perfect position. There really are no bad pontoons. Some may be better than others, but all pontoons, regardless of the water's depth or lack of bottom content, have the potential for holding at least one bass. The point I'm getting at is, don't discount the skinny water pontoons. If there's enough water to park a pontoon boat, there's more than enough water to hold fish under it. In fact, more often than not, the bass will prefer to position themselves towards the bank in the shallowest water. I've documented this behavior underwater on several occasions and on multiple lakes. We'll get one off this pontoon here. All right, there's a money shot. Come on. Ought to be. There it is. Gosh, he's down in the weeds and everything. Look, oh, there we go. Man, he whacked it. He definitely whacked it. Get my net. Make it easy. You liked my little Ocho, didn't you? You can find a complete listing of all the featured products in this video, along with links to purchase below the video description. Thanks for watching.